How do you add the most value then to your high income earning clients?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So we deal with a lot of clients who make significant income. We work with a lot of doctors, a lot of dentists, and oftentimes we find that a lot of them might be investing on their own. So they'll come to us and said, "Hey, I'm investing on my own now. What value do you bring that other teams might not be able to bring?" So one of them is I describe what our practice is like. And if we look at these four quadrants here, we do a lot of the traditional things, such as, of course, we're investment license, RSPs, TFSAs, non-registered. We're insurance license, so we can help them with their insurance or insurance strategies, either inside the corporation or outside. But I think one of the greatest values that we add is we give them a second opinion with what they're doing. We don't charge them for the second opinion. And we basically say, this is what we believe you should be doing. And the majority of our clients, if they want to diversify into real estate, then we're often the team to work with.
Right.
Because real estate is our main focus of growing wealth in our practice. So the right-hand side of the quadrant is what makes us most unique. And then what we do is we help to show them, well, this is what it looks like with your life if you just invest without real estate. And this is what it will look like if you invest with real estate. Now, if they're already investing in real estate, we will actually show them a diversification of even more real estate outside of the geographical area that they're familiar with.
Right.
So we're based here in Vancouver, but a lot of our clients have no idea how to invest in multi-units in Saskatchewan, Alberta, in the U.S., or how to buy a commercial building. We actually get them to think much, much bigger. And they don't realize, they don't know what they don't know. Right. They don't know that they actually have access in order to do this. If I have, clients who are, not making as much money, than we're literally talking, high school teachers, and they're investing in multi-unit buildings and they're building multi-millions of dollars of wealth, then there's no reason why a higher income earner shouldn't have the exact same access. So what I often say is take a look at what other teams can offer you. And what other teams often offer are diversified portfolios. Instead of getting you an 8%, we can get you a 10% rate of return. We can, give you tax advice. We can give you the different types of advice. Well, if that's all you're looking for, then I'm sure there's multiple great teams out there. But for us in our practice, we're doing something very, very different. We're incorporating real estate and seeing how it can expand. So the question is, why real estate? Well, if we look at the Tiger 21, the Canada Pension Plan, these are the wealthiest investors on the planet. The average $135 million is how much each investor has inside the Tiger 21. Look at how much exposure they have to the stock market compared to the real estate market. It's very, very similar.
Right.
We've always said you should not have everything in just the stock market. We help with the real estate component. We help with the private equity component. We help with the fixed income component. We find what they can do on their own is typically on the right, the top right. All of the public stocks, ETFs, index funds, they could actually do that on their own. And many of our clients do it on their own. It's the other three quadrants that they need our help with. That's how we add the most value. It's the real estate that they don't have access to. It's the private equities that they don't fully understand or have access to. And it's the fixed income, especially if they're incorporated, the one that builds CDA credits. And most of them don't even understand what that even means. But so they can usually do 1/4 of what they should be doing completely on their own. And that's what I like to say is the greatest value that we can give. Now, when we think about why the Canada Pension Plan and why the Tiger 21 are investing this way is because they consistently beat the S&P 500. They consistently have lower volatility because of this diversification mix. So, for our high income earning clients, such as the doctors that we deal with, we show them this model. And if they want to continue to invest in the top right-hand corner on their own, that's fine. We will just help them with the areas that they don't fully understand. So I'm going to give you an example of a piece of real estate. So if you think here in Vancouver, which of course you are is your neighborhood, Think of what a $715,000 property can buy you here.
Not this, yeah.
Yeah, maybe a 2-bed.
Yeah, you're lucky if you get 2-bed. A lot of it's going to be, newer stuff is like a 1-bedroom or
Perfect.
mom and dad, yeah.
Now, the doctors and dentists and high-income earners, they have access to that same stuff.
Right.
They have access to that 2-bed. If they decide to go out of province, maybe they could find this same house out in, Winnipeg or Ontario or somewhere else, and maybe so that those are the parts they could do on their own. What they can't do on their own is find these very, very specialized deals that we have relationships with investment-focused real estate teams as well as builders, which will never hit the internet. They will never hit the public markets over here. So $715,000, 2-bedroom condo, maybe in Vancouver or Burnaby, and maybe that'll generate $2,800 a month, maybe $3,000 a month, something like that.
In that range.
Well, if we dig into the numbers over here, and if we look a little bit closer at our numbers, we're able to. This is a real case scenario that we helped our client with. It was close to $6,000 a month in rent.
Wow. Yeah,
it ended up having a rate of return in the neighborhood of 20% annually per year. The stocks aren't going to give you 20% annually. It had an outrageous capitalization rate of $7.8 million. And this was based off of 20% down payment, which of course, everyone has. Now, how are we able to generate this high amount of rent? Is because we had a relationship with a corporate company, that was local that needed this for their people, and they had, I think it was a 3 or 4 year lease. But the idea behind that is that what is the value that we're able to add from a non-biased perspective? So to remind you, we're not realtors. We can't sell any of this stuff. Right. But what we are looking for is being able to give a second opinion, be able to give alternatives of what they're doing, and show them, if you were to, work with us, these are the types of things that we can add to what else you're doing, let's say, for your stock portfolio. So if we take a look at the exit of this particular deal over here, look in the far right corner. If they decide to exit in year 10, they'll get a 24% rate of return. They will have invested $162,000. Yeah. That's how much they will have invested. They're looking at an exit of over $600,000 in year 10. In year 20, they're looking at $1.5 million. So it's not saying they have to own this property forever and then have to pay a 30-year mortgage. No, they could exit it based off of our assumptions and based off of the rents that we're getting for them. And what we're finding is that this is the value. This is what we like to call lift. Right. This is the greatest amount of value because we want to help them with the areas that they cannot do on their own. We are fee for service, but many of our clients like that. They like that there's no other hidden agenda. It's much like an accountant or a lawyer. I pay them a fee, and there's a very, very specific thing that they're going to do for me. And that's what we're trying to do for our clients. We're trying to add this value. We're trying to add this lift, give them the second opinion for what we're doing. So we don't charge them for this second opinion. We take a look at their profile, and if they don't want to do anything with us, they don't have to. If they want to do something with us, then we, of course, will correlate to an appropriate fee depending on what it is they want from us. How to contact us. We work primarily with individuals and companies across Canada based on a fee-for-service model. If you are interested in learning more about working with us, we look forward to connecting with you. Please visit our website at www.latitude-west.ca.